Hey there, I'm Megan Coleman, certified professional dog trainer and owner of Train Your Dog. Thanks so much for joining me in the second workshop in the Intro to Positive Reinforcement Dog Training series. Today we're going to talk about the 3Ds and play some fun and easy focus games with your dog. For this workshop, you'll need your dog's favorite treats and your marker word or clicker. Let's start by talking about the 3Ds: duration, distance, and distraction. Duration is the amount of time your dog is performing a specific behavior. If you were teaching a stay, you'd start with a single second of staying and then slowly work up to longer amounts of time by adding a second or two in between repetitions.
Stay.
Distance can vary a bit between different behaviors. For leash walking, the distance would be the number of steps your dog can successfully loose leash walk between rewards. For teaching stay, distance would be the amount of steps you're able to move away from your dog between repetitions. Distraction refers to the environment around you. Inside at home is likely the least distracting environment, while a busy park with joggers and squirrels would likely be highly distracting to most dogs. Keeping the 3Ds in mind during training helps set our dogs up for success. I recommend adding a single component of the 3Ds at a time. We want our dogs to feel like they are playing a fun game during training, and it's our job to make that game easy enough for them to win most of the time. Now let's play a few focus games and implement the 3Ds. The first game we're going to work on today is the name game. I like to think of my dog's name as a cue that means check in with me and wait for further guidance. You simply say your dog's name and mark and reward the moment they respond.
Jojo.
Another variation of this game is name game with friends. This is a great way to get the whole family involved. Stand a few feet apart from each other and take turns saying your dog's name. Each time your dog responds, mark and reward. Make sure to mix up the order if you have more than 2 people so there isn't a pattern for your dog to recognize. You can add distance to this behavior by standing further away from your dog and saying their name, or distraction by practicing in different environments. Remember to work at your dog's pace and add distance and distraction in tiny increments. Next up is Watch Me. We'll use a food lure to encourage eye contact. Hold your treat in a closed fist and present it in front of your dog's nose. Now move the treat close to your face. The moment your dog makes eye contact, mark and reward. Try this a few times with the food lure, then see if you're able to fade the use of the lure and switch to a hand signal. I use pointing at my eyes as the hand signal. Once your dog is reliably performing the behavior, add the verbal cue, watch me. Now add duration by adding an additional second or two between rewards. I find it helpful to count the actual seconds. Add distraction by practicing in different environments. One important thing to note with Watch Me is that very shy or sensitive dogs may prefer not to make eye contact. If your dog seems uncomfortable during this exercise, just move on to the next exercise. Now let's work on my favorite behavior. Touch, often called targeting, is an easy and fun behavior that has many applications. Put your palm out flat near your dog's nose. They will likely nudge it out of curiosity. The moment they touch their nose to your hand, mark and reward. If they don't automatically touch, you can try moving closer or rubbing the scent of a treat on your hand. You can add distance by moving your hand further away from your dog. Duration can be added by touching multiple times between rewards or by teaching your dog to touch for a longer amount of time. Touch can also be used to teach fun tricks like going over, under, or through things, and is a wonderful alternate recall. I also like to use it when passing distractions. Here's your training assignment. Practice these 3 behaviors for 10 to 15 minutes a day. Start in the least distracting environment at home, then work up to more distracting environments. See you next week, and happy training.